Hi, I've decided to do this video as a review for a set of adjustable dumbbells that I've just received. I'm doing it because when I found them online, I wanted to find the review and couldn't really find one myself. So I took a gamble, bought them myself. I've just opened the first box. I'm impressed, so I thought I will film the second box to show you how easy it was to set them up. I've been looking for adjustable dumbbells for a while. I'm setting up a gym at home. I haven't got the space for a full rack of dumbbells, so I thought adjustable would be the way to go. Now, when I've been looking for dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, what I want is the weights to go from small to large. What I don't want is the big box ones where when you change the weight, it just randomly drops one of the weights at the bottom. So if you're lifting, for example, a 2 kilogram weight, you could still end up with the outer shell of the whole big box. Albeit it's only 2 kilograms, it's still a physically big weight. I didn't want that. So I initially was looking at the, I think it's Assassin, is it Assassin something? Stealth adjustable dumbbells. Now, the thing with them is you've got the handle in the middle and then the weights that go from the handle outwards. The bigger the weight stack. The smaller the weight, the smaller. That is what I wanted. And ultimately, I might as well show you this. This is the ones I've got. So they look exactly the same as the Stealth ones I was looking at, okay? But I've gone for MuscleIQ. Now, if I twist that round, 3 is the lowest, and you can see it's brought it from the middle, and it's left the rest of the weight stack there, which is what I wanted. That's the way I wanted it to work, and that's why I chose this style of dumbbells. So, like I said, I was initially going for the Stealth dumbbells. Quite expensive, to be fair. They do silver or chrome, and they do black. Black ones were more expensive, but I think it's about £150 more expensive for the black. And I also wanted 40 kilograms. I'm not lifting 40 yet, but obviously it's a target, so I want to get something I can grow into as well. I don't want to get something that after a year's time I'm maybe thinking I should have got something different. The other ones, the Stealth ones, I think they went up in 2.5 kilogram increments. These ones go up in 1 kilogram increments, which I think's good for really sort of fine adjustments and really pushing yourself. If you can just add 1 kilogram on, absolutely ideal. So I stumbled upon MuscleIQ. I don't know how, it may have been on Instagram or something like that. So I've stumbled onto their website, and I'll be honest, the first package I saw was the adjustable dumbbells, a bench. No, it wasn't. It was adjustable dumbbells, an adjustable barbell, and a stand for them all. And it was about £600, maybe 650, which is pretty much the price I was looking for the adjustable dumbbells. Thinking it was too good to be true, and always being told if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I was a bit skeptical, and that's when I started looking for videos, which I've already said I couldn't find. I decided not to go for the adjustable barbell, just because it's not the type of thing I use in my training at the minute. So I did just stick to the adjustable dumbbells. Ordered 2 sets. So I've got 2 sets with a slight online discount. It comes to £399 for 2 delivered. I'm not sponsored. They've not paid me to it. They've not sent me them for free. I've used my own money to buy them. £399 delivered. Like I said, it's 40 kilograms. They go up in 1 kilogram increments, and they're in black. So this is how they came. That's the first one I've already opened, and this is the next one. Now, you're going to have to give credit where it's due to your delivery guys. Obviously, the 40 kilograms, they are flipping heavy, and he's done a decent job of getting these delivered. This one of the straps was already snapped, so I'm assuming he tried to lift it by the strap, and judging by the dink in the box, it didn't go very well for him. So I'm hoping, I've not opened this one yet, I'm hoping that's not damaged inside. First one, which is that one, absolutely perfect, not an issue at all. So let me get this one opened, and I'll show you how you set them up. So there's no messing with the box. That lid, it slides off. It's a lid, comes off dead easy. You don't have to rip the box to bits. Where was the dink on the top? Oh, it was there. So slight dink in the polystyrene, but absolutely fine. No issues on the that's the base. So the base isn't damaged at all. I have read the instructions on the other ones, so I don't need to do that again. So take the base out, place it down. Majority of it's metal, there is a couple of plastic bits on it, but it feels like it's quite hard plastic. Nicely signed up, logoed up, should I say, with the MuscleIQ logo. Now, thing to notice, right at the very end, there's like a hook. Your weights need to sit in that hook on the end. So I'll get the weight plates out shortly. And you start off by laying them up from one side towards the middle, and from there to the middle, then you put your dumbbell handle on top. This is how they come in the bag, all nicely wrapped and absolutely covered all the way around in polystyrene, so that they are really, really well packaged when you get them. The weights, oh, that one, the cable tie on that one snapped. So they have, it appears they may have been dropped in transit, these, because they have sheared those off. So hopefully, and we'll find out, hopefully the polystyrene's done its job. But it does look like, actually you can see there, so it has pushed well through that polystyrene. But ultimately, yeah, that polystyrene box is broke. But that's kind of what it's there to do, isn't it? So that, hopefully that has taken the force of any drop on it. We will find out, because I'm doing this as I'm recording it. So take the handle out. There's your first one, and it does come out with one of the plates already on it, and it's set to 4 kilograms. So get that out and out the way, and then you start off with these ones. Now, I'll do this one because obviously the cable tie keeping them together on that one has already snapped and come off. Now what you do is you start from the left. So you start from the outside and you build it up that way. So if I can just shimmy them over slightly, I'll have to put the phone down because I can't do it with one hand. So I've just lifted them out and put them on the bottom. So that's the outside one. That one was the far left. Now again, inside, little bits of plastic on there. That is off the cable tie that's sheared off. The polystyrene took a little bit of a beating, but again, it's there what it's supposed to do. That's what it's there for. And there doesn't appear to be any sound damage on the weight, which is a good thing. So take the first weight plate off. It slides out. So you've got, basically it looks like a CD, nice and flat. You've got, that's the end one there, so there's no hook on the end one, but you have on the bottom, see? All metal except for the top bit, which is like plastic, but they are nut and bolted in. So I'm assuming if that were to break, you're being pretty heavy handed, but you could probably get replacements for that. So how it goes on, that little, can you see there, that little hook sits in that little groove. Simple as that. That's the first one on. And then you just go along, and then the top of that one now has a hook which goes in that, and again the bottom of that has a hook which goes in the bottom of that, and you just build it up all the way along. There we go. So that's them all on. Now you see down there, now there's a slight little gap, and there's another hook on the end of that one which will fit in the end of this one, because this is actually one at the end of that plate there, at the end of the dumbbell. And can you see the little, looks like a little button on the bottom? That presses in to that when it's seated, and I'm assuming that tells the handle it can twist, because at the minute that won't twist. But when you put it on, see the top of your dumbbell slides into the top. It's not easy trying to film and do it one-handed. Hold on. Yeah, I was going in wonky. There you go, fits in like that. So once that's in, that button will now be pressed, and if you turn that, it turns. So 3 kilograms is the lowest it'll go, and it will twist all the way up to 40. I just need to load up that side now. So take off the dumbbell when you do it, because you need to load it up with it empty. So that's that now. Both sides are in. And I suppose the review part of the video is basically, I am very happy with them. They feel well solid. They're obviously heavy, the 40 kilograms. I've not got the scales out and measured them, but it feels like 40 kilograms. So I'll have to believe them, because I'm not going to go measuring them. The weight's compact, tight. It looks like a 40 kilogram dumbbell when it's that big. But if you lower that down to 3, lift it up, it leaves the weight stack there. You've got a small 3. You haven't got, remember the box I was saying about, the big hollow box on some of them? You haven't got that. Yeah, it's bigger than a small dumbbell. I'll have that. But you've got to, come on, a little bit of give and take. Now, the way it works, I don't know if you'll notice in there, that's left a little shim weight in. So it's picked up 1 on either side, and that's the 3. So if I slide them back in, which it really isn't difficult, by the way, it just goes straight in. Click it up, that's now 4. It's now picked up again 1 weight on either side, but the little shim weights have gone. They're back on underneath. Again, put it back in, turn it up to 5. It's now picked 2 up on either side. Now my guessing is it's possibly left the shim down. Yes, it has. So the shims are now on the bottom, 2 weights on either side, and the shims have been dropped out. Now, as for using them, I heard other reviews on the Stealth ones saying that they rattle. I don't know when you're ever going to have to shake dumbbells like that, but that's hardly a rattle. I wouldn't. And to be fair, even if it does, so what? It's metal weights. Metal weights clang together. You don't go in the gym and be silent, do you? So I'm not having that there rattly. I'm not having that. Other than that, I don't really know what to say. For a set of dumbbell, if you were to get a dumbbell rack to go from 3 up to 40, you're going to pay a lot more than the £400 I've paid for these. A lot more. And it's going to take up a lot more space. You're probably going to have a rack that fills up a good portion of your wall. That's it for them. That is a full rack of dumbbells from 3 to 40 just there. I am well happy with them. And for the price point, I really don't think you can go wrong. My advice would be get yourself a set if that's what you're looking for. So this is the MuscleIQ 40 kilogram dumbbells going up in 1 kilogram increments, and it gets a definite thumbs up from me.